Hi guys, welcome back to Chess the Matthew. So on this video, we will tackle about our 3-move system for white against all the uh, possible defense of black. So our 3-move system always start with the move e4 and then we'll follow up with the move d4 or knight c3. And after completing those 3 moves, then we are now ready to face all the possible defense of black. So let's all start with the move e4, and then for example if black plays e5 here, then our second move must be the knight c3. Even though he play knight c6 here, preventing us to play d4, but we can still play d4, just completing our 3-move system. And for example, if black capture this pawn on d4, then it allows us to play the move d5, which control more vital square on the defense of black. So let's say for example another variation on this position, if black capture our d4 with the knight. So here after knight takes d4, it allows black to place knight to f3 to challenge the e5 and knight d4 of black. Let's say for example if black defend his e5 pawn by retreating his knight, then it allows us to play bishop to c4 with a smooth development and ready for castling in the next move. And then for example after knight f6, just a developing move, we have knight g5 attacking the f7 with only one defender versus 2 attackers. So after d5, covering this attack on f7 with the bishop and knight, but after knight takes d5, bishop e6, again defending the f7, c3 just to prevent the knight c6 hopping this square. And then let's say for example after bishop d6, knight takes e6, f takes e6, it gives us a pair of bishop and allowing the pawn structure of black to be doubled. And after let's say for example knight f6 check, queen takes f6 and queen g4, we shall see that even though we are a pawn down, but we able to destroy the pawn structure of black and also giving us a pair of bishop, which gives us a slight advantage on this position. So going back after knight f3, here the black should play the move knight takes f3 just to avoid this variation. But after queen takes f3, we shall see that after on the next move the white can play bishop a3, then the king can castle on the queen side and put his king into safety as soon as possible, because the white is a pawn down. But after knight f6, queen g3, eyeing those pawn on g7 and e5, in which the black cannot play bishop d6 because he will lose his g7 pawn. So it forces the black to play d6 to defend his e5 pawn, but white can simply place bishop to e2, preventing knight e5 hop to attack our queen. And here after bishop e7, allowing his king to castle on the king side, we can go for that idea by castling again on the queen side. For example here black castle on the queen side, then it allows us to castle also on the queen side. So we shall see on this position that even though we are a pawn down, but the white successfully connected his rooks, in which it is the sign where a complete development. So the problem of this position on the black's perspective is the development of his pieces of black. Although he has a pawn up, but he struggle for development, like for example connecting his rook just to again complete his development and go for the next phase, which is the middle game. And then for example, after here, bishop e6, trying to cope up with development, but simple king b1, just to be in an absolute defense again, so that there is no possible attack on the c1 to h6 diagonal. And after, for example, after queen to d7, trying to connect his rook and complete his development and be ready for the middle game. But after queen d7, it allows us play f4, trying to pressure the d file, because here, even though we are pawn down, but we have more time and more space, so that f4 and then e takes f4, it allows us to place bishop takes h4, and again giving a small problem of black's position, because here after f4, the threat is to play the move e5, in which it puts some pressure on the d file and also trying to pressure this d6 and knight on f6. So let's say for example after rook a8, but a nice little move which is e5, then the position of black is totally lost and gives some advantage for the white's perspective. So going back, let's say after e4 e5, knight c3, knight c6, d4, if black plays here knight takes d4, we can simply place knight f3, and after for example a capture, sample giving some pressure on g7 and d6, and let's say for example bishop to e2, defending against a knight hop and trying to put the black to both kings into safety. And here on this position, although the white is a pawn down, but he has already completed his development, in which in the future it allows the white to have some more time to give more attack and more pressure to the black's position. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe.